It would be interesting to hire freelance translators on Facebook, on Upwork, on Proz.com for the exact same job and see what the differences are. Okay, so a day has passed and now we have 28 quotes. But luckily, as you remember, I wrote write short article somewhere in your response, and I'm very sure that that'll allow us to filter out a bunch of the responses. And I'm going to search for a short article, and then I'm going to do a screenshot of each response, and we'll see how many of them actually have short article in them. So I had to do screenshots of each of the responses just because I'm no good at editing and I don't know how to scroll and still block out their names. But what I did before I did the screenshots is I did a search for short article, and so that'll pop up in yellow if and when they included it. And as you can see, this was a great way to whittle down the number of applicants and see who was paying attention to detail. So here's the first one, and as you can see, there's no short article. Second one, also no short article. Third, same, there's nothing. 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 And finally, we see short article. So this person was able to, in fact, I don't even know if this might have been an accident, but they at least included short article in it. It popped up. So, so this person kind of made it to the next round, if you will. Here, again, nothing. And this person did include short article. Obviously, they were paying attention, so that one works out well. Nothing. 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 And here we have in the title they include it, so this one goes to the next round as well. Nothing. And this one also has in the title, so this one goes on to the next round. Nothing. And here, in fact, I got a couple of proposals from agencies, and I specifically said I didn't want agencies, so obviously the agencies get whittled out as well. This one included it, so they go to the next round, even though this is a very short message. But right away, the first people I'm taking out are the ones who could not follow the directions. And here, short article, so they get to go to the next round. Here, nothing. Nothing. Short article, they have it. Down here, nothing, nothing. This, I'm not sure what they were thinking. And here, nothing. And that was it. So out of 28 total proposals, as you can see, there are only a handful that actually followed the instructions. And I've said this many times before. Follow the instructions and actually, write in full sentences, follow the instructions, and you'll be amazed at how easy it is to get to the, final few contestants, if you will. And so I'm glad I included that at the end, and we'll take it from there. This because I realized I had not recorded the acceptance of the job, and that I probably should, and the back and forth and how that happens. And here on Upwork, basically this is the offer that I accepted with over 12 years of experience. Anyway, she wrote this letter. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It sounded good. She obviously speaks quite well. It was not written by ChatGPT, so I went ahead with it. I said thank you very much for applying. And I created a chat room, and then I attached the document, because on Upwork you can't attach the document, or actually you can. Sorry, I just didn't want to send it out to everyone, but I attached it later on. So I send it usually to the finalists. Anyway, it's Proz that doesn't let you attach it in the first place, which sometimes is annoying, but here I would have done the same thing. Anyway, I said I'll attach the document to be translated here just so she can confirm the cost and timeline. And actually there was an issue with the cost. She kind of highballed it. I think it was like $45 or something. And I wrote back, I think that's too high. And I was going to go on to someone else, but then she came back, said, oh, what were you thinking? So we kind of negotiated in a way. I mean, I said I'd count 220 words. It's a PDF, but that's more or less what I counted. And at this rate, that I come up with this price. Would that work? And then she wrote back $22, and I said, yeah, sure, that's fine. So I accepted it, and then I send the offer. This is what it looks like when you send the offer, and that was it. She completed it then within a few hours, I think. But that's how it worked on Upwork. And just briefly, also, I can show you how it worked with Proz. I can show you the emails. Proz forwards it to your email. Actually, Upwork does too. I could have just done that. Anyway, for Proz, I wrote the same thing and sent in the file and said look over, and he wrote back and said $30, and then like 4 hours later said $25 if there's no hurry. In fact, I was gonna say no to the $30. It seemed a bit high, and then he wrote $25 if there's no hurry. I was like, oh, there's no hurry. 25 works well. And then does payment via PayPal work? Yes, it does. And that was it. A very simple conversation, because I'd already made my decision. He was my number one choice. And so we just went ahead that way. So once you pick the translator you want, it's actually quite a simple conversation. Again, there can be some negotiation with the price, but I'm fine with that. If they do have a standard rate, then I'll go with that. But this is so short that very often they'll have a minimum amount, so the standard rate usually doesn't apply. But that's fine. And here are the results. So this is the Upwork translation, and this is the Proz translation. I think the best thing to do would be to put these side by side, maybe along with the original. I'll do a screenshot of it or something and show it, so you guys can look and make your own decision and maybe guess as to which one I preferred. Once again, this is the Upwork one, disappointing Ötzi exhibition. I'm dying to make comments, but I'll save the comments, at least for now. The only thing I want to say here, this is what I received for Proz, and later he sent a follow-up email that said, after my test I came up with shorter titles: Ötzi exhibition disappointing, Ötzi exhibition poor show. So yeah, these are the two versions then. Even if you don't speak Italian, you can kind of go through them, see how they flow, how they sound, which one sounds better to you, and let me know in the comments what you think, and then I'll let you know which one I preferred. Unfortunately, we only have these two because we don't have Facebook, but I'll just show a screenshot. Hopefully you'll be able to read everything, and just give me your 2 cents because I'm kind of curious. Otherwise, I hope you found this an interesting experiment, because I certainly did, and I thought it would be interesting to show you guys the process that I go through when hiring someone, both from Upwork and Proz and Facebook. I usually don't hire people from Facebook. Actually, that was the first time I think that I ever seriously tried to hire someone on Facebook, and unfortunately it didn't work. I was hoping it would. But I hope this gives you an idea as to what we see from the side of an agency when we're trying to hire someone. And hopefully this can help you when you're applying for jobs as well. Anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the translations. And otherwise, savedum.